All right, so this is me walking into the new apartment, and we live in the same building, but we moved upstairs to a much larger unit, and we haven't actually gotten to see it yet because somewhere between transfer of building management and ownership and COVID, it just didn't happen. But I wanted to show you guys what's in here before we get anything moved in here and stuff. Flip. So here's the living room and the gigantic kitchen that I am so excited for. I think bathroom, laundry, and then this will be the boyfriend studio office space. Look at the outside. There are trees on this side of the building. What? Oh, there's a person. And then I think this is gonna be the master bedroom with all of the massive windows. Is this a double closet bedroom? No, it's a bathroom. I knew that. Hi, me. Double vanity. Fancy, fancy. Yes! The sitting shower. I'm so excited. Okay. And then this closet, I believe, is much larger than our last one. Similarly large enough, I believe. But the real reason why we're here is because Kat gets her own studio space. So this room is going to be for my art stuff. So I have a vague idea of what I want, and I'm so excited to have this large window north facing and get more sunlight than my current situation. So I'm hoping to be able to set up, oh, they're mowing the lawn. Well, I'm hoping to be able to set up like a tripod once everything gets moved into the room, and then just kind of time lapse me, sir, setting up the room and kind of figuring it out. But I am planning to have like art space by the window for recording, computer stuff over here somewhere. I'm kind of hoping to make this a nice little nap zone recording space for when I talk to you guys directly face to face. I got a cute new chase lounge and I want to put over here some pillows and stuff and make it cute. I am also pretty excited for this really large storage closet, I guess. Light switch. Cause I don't really need all this. It's kind of big, but it is like a whole tiny room. So it might be its own recording space or like a yarn room, because it is definitely a small room in here. So I think we've got to start moving some stuff. So I'm gonna go and I will check in with you guys probably later, much later. I'll probably be tired and yeah. Okay. All right, so I'm not really sure how these kind of videos work, but I'm going to try to record this and then fast forward it. We'll see what happens. But essentially, welcome to my new studio space. So I just moved this week, like the middle of May. You'll probably be seeing this a little late. I've got other things I'm working on, but this is all of my crap that was also shoved into my bedroom previously. So I'm just going to get to work and kind of try to organize and set this up. I'll insert a picture. I had spent actually like an entire day playing around, mapping out what I want this room to look like, because I had gone and gotten the floor plan that they have on like the website for the apartments, and then I put a grid on it, and Sims style, if a love seat in the picture was 2 butts and the couch was 3, I put a grid that matched that and then just drew everything else in. So I have a vague idea, but we'll see if it actually works in practice. So I'm gonna stop blathering at you guys. I'm gonna pop on music for me. This is probably where it will speed up for you. And then deal with all of this. And I will see you later.
This is day 2 of working on setting up my new studio space in the new apartment. As you can see, some things have been moved around. I did do some work off camera, mostly to clear a path because it was a hot mess, and to do a little bit of organization through here, since I don't think you guys could really see much from that angle. I do plan to take you guys through and kind of walk you through where I have everything set up. And there's a couple of other things I want to show you on the other side of this. If you don't know, this is actually a desk. There's plants that hang onto this shelf that come out. It's just on the other side so I can get better light. But because I'm trying to record this process, it's taking a lot longer than I really like. So I'm really hoping to get this done today. So I'm gonna throw on some kind of podcast about yarn or bullet journals or something and get to work. Yeah. I might move you guys over there so you can maybe see what I'm doing, but I've got a bunch of like scrapbook paper and blank paper. I think this whole box is just paper I'm using for making notebooks and journals and stuff and bookbinding, whatever. And I'm gonna try to shove it in this hutch here because I have my printer and then the Cricut, and I'll try to do printing paper up top and then various papers on the bottom, including sticker paper. So I'm gonna try and move you guys over there and see what happens. Look at it, don't me. Can't go over there. The shelf. Put my podcast back on. So this big tote over here that you probably can't see because this board's in the way is just full of yarn. And then I have some yarn projects. I am hoping to buy another one of these cube shelves to kind of put here so that all of my yarn can have a home and my projects will have a place. It'll be the craft shelf, whereas this is the journal and art shelf. So that this is mostly paper and then all my yarn and stuff will live over there. Luckily, there's a perfect spot there for it to fit, so that'll be great. I think a lot of what's left box-wise is just decorations and like the bulk of things are done. So I'm probably gonna take a hot break and then I might tidy up a bit. Hi. Okay, so this is the pit that is my desk space now. Pretty much the rest of the room is set up. There's a couple of things I have to organize or throw in the closet or whatever, but this is the space that has become a war zone. Mostly because some of this I wanted to do specifically with you guys on camera, and some of it is stuff I'm not quite sure where I'm gonna put it because either the place it lived before doesn't exist now, or I have other plans for that space. It's gonna be different. Partly because this desk is like an L shape, and I'll show you guys later at the end, but the problem with it is that it was up against the wall in front of a window before, and now it's like perpendicular to the window, so there's not a whole lot of being able to rest boxes on the floor up against the wall where they're out of the way, because they wouldn't be out of the way or against the wall anymore. So I'm probably gonna start over here with this stuff and then work my way over there. There's also a bunch of boxes under the desk and some clutter over here. Quite a bit of this clutter and some of the stuff down there goes in my rainbow shelf that I don't know if you can see from there, but it's the Michaels store with all the rainbow door shelves, which if they had had just the turquoisey looking one when I went in to buy this, I would have just bought the turquoisey one, but I don't know, the rainbow's kind of fun. So yeah, I think I can't find my incense burner. It makes me sad when it smells. So shipping stuff can go up in this shelf. This is some fancy stationery I don't use. If it'll fit, it won't. That's rude. Vertical it is. I don't really want to put this box vertical. I guess it won't ruin anything. This really boring, unassuming box is actually stuff I use for pen pals. So it's got various little paintings that I wouldn't mind sending off, and little bits and pieces that I thought would be fun to send to people, or some fancy paper I want to do it on, and maybe some stickers I use specifically for that, stuff like that, just so I can find it all. I guess the really fun part, I can, the pencil boy. We're gonna put this stuff in there. If that makes sense. Okay, and that's gonna go, actually that is gonna go with these two. And then here's all my brushes. I did find a tiny pack of like itty bitty brushes that I had bought specifically to do BJD face ups, but then I never really did them. So I decided to just throw them in with my other brushes, because I don't think most of these brushes would even be useful for BJDs, frankly. I might be better off buying like some acrylic makeup brushes, like the smaller fluffy ones for eyeshadow is going to do a better job of doing the actual blushing, and then maybe just more of these
But I am pretty excited because I think most of these will work pretty well for gouache or acrylic, but I want to see how these two like really tiny boys work for line art with my watercolor stuff. So we gonna find out. Okay, and I will usually be sitting here to do the arting. So maybe like this. And then you over there somewhere. Probably rotate it so that I can see my nice brushes. Yes. Oh, I also in that pack found, I had been gifted some of these Faber-Castell watercolor pencils for like a gift exchange thing at a job once. And like it's a dark green and then like this kind of beautiful aqua color that's like my absolute favorite color, in case you have not noticed. I really love that they're triangle shaped, my hand's shaped weird, and this lends itself well to the weird bullshit way that I hold my pencil, which is choking way up here on my thumb and then resting on the flat mutilated part of my finger when I got slammed in a car door when I was a kid. Anyway, I want to try to use those. So I dug those out because I had bought other ones that are skin tones for face up, so those are just in here. But I thought that the blue and the green would be fun to play around with using for like an undersketch for watercolor. I'm not sure how weird it would be as a watercolor pencil when you add it's an experiment I want to try. So maybe if I don't completely botch it, I'll just share that with you guys. Who knows? Okay, so this is bookmaking stuff. I kind of wanted to put it up there, but I don't know that the weirdo heart box from Chocolates. This is just literally a really disgusting, unorganized set of embroidery floss that I've collected from tiny kits. Because I had a big stash of embroidery floss that was organized and color coded, and I got rid of it because I wasn't using it, and then I realized I wanted to get into bookmaking and I needed something to sew the signatures together. I do have wax thread in here, I think, somewhere. And yeah, no, it's in here. So then I have wax thread and this chunk of beeswax. I have been trying to use the floss with the beeswax so that they will hold together better. I forgot about the bamboo pen. He needs to be free. Free him! Yeah. So those can go up here. So they stick together. And then this is just a reference for page sizes. I don't want to lose. And then this, I haven't played with it yet, clearly because it's not stained, but it's supposed to be a bamboo like dip pen, and I wanted to see how that works. Because either that paper, the scritchiness of it is either going to be great or the worst thing I've ever experienced. Who knows? I used to put that sign up for like when you order delivery and they come up and they're like, who's her? Where am I going? And I'm like, we're over here, we're on the first floor. Please just give me my food. Things I'll do stuff with at some point. I'll leave those out because I want to revisit those. This is just my paint stuff. So this is all of my watercolor paint stuff. That's just things I'm not using. So like my, oh, I forgot that was on there. My Prima paints, the spare white from my jelly gouache, my first paint set, some of my older ones, some things that I'm working on, and then the tubes from my actual, did I ever get the new colors in there? I won't be upset if I lost them. They're expensive. But then my Schminke, no, they're in here. But then like my Schminke tubes, because look how small it is, it's so cute. Anyway. I'm actually getting pretty close to the point where I need to refill some of the pants. I'm starting to scratch the bottom, you know. But I need to know what this is, but I don't need it like out on my desk because, sir? Because
all the paints that I actively use are in this box. So he might actually just live down here somewhere. I can figure that out eventually. I think there's a shelf down there that there's space on the back half I can put it on. I'm gonna put these on this shelf that you can't see. These are memory making, and so like some scrapbooking type stuff, and then some stamps that I want to put in the rainbow thing. So I guess I'll just set them in the rainbow thing. Oh shit! Fuck! I'm just breaking things. It's fine. It's fine. We're good. Okay. I think I'm gonna scoot you over here, and then this tiny dresser actually holds like, oh, ink cartridges I don't need, and like my drawer full if it will come out. I should sand this. Oh, I think something's caught in there. Well, in this drawer is erasers, and then I think I've got like little pencil grippies and brush rests and stuff. And then, oh yeah, the extra nib for my dip pen and some fancy staples or paper clips. Oh, I'm assuming this got set sideways or something when I packed it and everything got disheveled. There we go. It's got erasers. Loud. I just have so many erasers and I keep getting more. I'm not even sure where they're coming from. They were floating around all over the place, so I just put them in this thing to keep track of them. Oh, these tiny little planner discs. They're so small. Okay, find a purpose for that. And some pen nibs. This is the paper clip for. Okay. There's a lot of paper clips for someone who doesn't really use paper clips. Yeah. And then he'll go over here somewhere for now, where he's not in my way. That stuff is supposed to go over there. That's supposed to go in my kitchen. And then I've got like paint palettes and water thingies, my actual paints. And that should be most of it for the desk. I think I need to take a break because my back hurts and I want some drink. Alright, so it's almost like an entire month after we moved in, and I'm only just now getting around to showing you guys the room that I've got set up. Largely because it took me a couple of weeks to actually unpack everything, and everything's still not as clean as I would like it to be. But I realized that if I wait until it's clean and perfectly organized, you're never gonna see it. So here's my mess. Okay, so we're kind of standing in the corner by the door, which opens like out into the room. So over here is my whole comfort, cozy nap zone situation that I've mentioned. And I will step out so you guys can see it. But it's just like a little chase lounge that I threw a bed sheet set on. It was a cute color. It just makes it so I don't have to touch the weird suede-ish fabric. It is full of friends and bats right now. That is the storage unit, as I call it. It's a closet, but it's a whole nother bedroom. It's massive, so it's just full of stuff right now. But then over here we have like a print and paper station. Got my Cricut up on this table and my printer over here, so that's a very good production place. I can make stickers, I can print planner pages, I can do bookmaking and all of that. I don't really know what's in the rainbow thing. It's got a lot of random stuff from projects that I'm currently working on to old pieces that are done. And then over here we've got my computer zone, which is covered in crap. So it's my big 17-inch laptop, and then it's actually a tiny TV, but I use it as a monitor and it works pretty well, but it does some weird stuff by the way I have to have it set up. But that works.
pretty well. And the reason that this table here, it's just a folding table from like Target, but the reason it's set so low is so that it works better with my chair, which is also like not a computer chair, so it's a little too low. It was causing me shoulder pain the way I was sitting. But anyway, so this is my beautiful window. It's gigantic, and this is why I picked this room, because it is 6 p.m. right now, and I live in the Midwest, and I have like perfect sunlight in here. It's great. So this is my messy desk. I had been working on testing out some of the gouache and trying to get better with it. That's why this is a mess. The random knitting project down here in the bottom. Oh, I can't figure out where my hand is. A little random knitting project. And then over there on the other side is actually this cute little writing desk that I found at a consignment store, but it just has all of my makeup on it. It didn't fit in the bedroom, which is where I would rather it be, but the lighting in here is better and there was room for it. So all my pretty makeup stuff is there. And then my little tripod with the ring light on it, which is what I was originally using. And then this cool arm doodad that I got from my dad, who's this thing is pretty sturdy. And I use that for my top down. I just kind of latch it to a shelf on the bookshelf desk thing. So, oh, I did recently put this this vinyl on the actual desk. I have it on this guy because this is what I used to record on. I used to have a completely different setup, and I bought another one so they could match. So that's kind of cool. And then, so over here we'll start at the bottom. It's mostly storage and filled sketchbooks, and then actually empty sketchbooks. And then over here is filled bullet journals and references, art supplies, journals and stuff I'm using now. This one is the Tech Box of Shame. That's all spinning stuff. This is pen pal stuff? No, not my hand. But this last one up here in the top left is spinning. Which kind of brings me to the yarn, which lives in a bucket, and I hate it. But eventually I'm going to get another one of these cell bookshelves and put it over here, hopefully, between these two stations, so that I can put all of my yarn and a lot of my crafting stuff on it and just spread out the mess a bit. And then this is a dump of a station, but this is the craft station. So it's got some fabric. That pink box that says Fragile actually has poly clay in it. That Starbucks box on the bottom is full of like knick-knack decoration toy things that I want to put up on shelves on the wall, but I don't have them yet. And then we've got random projects and stuff down here and 2 adorable backpacks. And then up here we've got the Tower of Fancy yarn, and then this is all whips that I work on at varying degrees. So I hope any of that made sense. I talk real fast and then I forget to breathe. So there's all of that. But this is my studio space so far. Like I mentioned, there's a few things I want to do. Specifically, I want to replace, oh boy, I'm bad at this. I want to replace this chair and get like an actual computer chair and adjustable height and swivels so that it's easier to bounce back and forth between the two, and mat so I can actually use it on this carpet. And then I do want to get that bookshelf going over here so that there's more storage and not an empty wall. And then I just need to get some decoration shit up on the walls so that it doesn't look quite so empty. Especially this wall, because in the future I want this to be my intro outro station. And I tested that the other day on a Discord chat, and I fit in the frame well, but the wall is so boring. It needs something on it. So I guess if you have suggestions on where to get cute little shelves that I don't have to support with drills, we can hammer into the walls. We cannot use command hooks, but we also cannot like countersink things like anchoring a TV and using the actual screws as opposed to nails. Like, we can't do that. So if y'all have a suggestion on how to put little shelves up here so I can put my cute little Pusheen army and those things up there, I would love to hear it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a hot mess. I'm a hot mess. Hi guys. Let me know if you have any questions or if I glazed right past something you really wanted to know about. I would be more than happy to do my best to kind of explain it and how I use it and whatever. I just thought it would be cool to share how to squeeze 10 years of hoarding art supplies into one room. So, I'm gonna go and you